Good evening, everyone. So, this is Saurabh, who was a senior Drupal developer in Value Bound, who has an experience of 8 years, and he is an Acquia certified developer. So, let's start the session mastering Acquia Site Studio. Over to you, Saurabh.
Hello everyone. So first, thank you all for joining the session. Thank you, Prive, as well for introducing myself. So I'm here working as a senior Drupal developer, and I have around 9 years of experience in Drupal. I have cleared the Drupal 8 certification as well regarding the Acquia Site Studio. I'm working from last 3-4 years on the Acquia Site Studio. So here we are going to give you a session regarding the Acquia Site Studio. So let me quickly share my screen. First thing is we are going to cover the Acquia Site Studio. Before moving to Acquia Site Studio, I'm assuming you all are aware regarding the basics of Drupal. Feel free to tell me if anyone is not familiar with Drupal or have not worked with Drupal. So if silence says that everyone worked on Drupal before. So this is a great news. Now moving forward to the Acquia Site Studio. Let's Acquia Site Studio. Let me tell you what is Acquia Site Studio. Acquia Site Studio is basically a low-code tool that helps us to build and manage Drupal websites more quickly and easily. So it allows us to create pages using the reusable component with drag and drop functionalities. Apart from that, it will create our process faster, more consistent, and less dependence on the coding part. Regarding the Acquia Site Studio, it is basically previously it was known as Cohesion, but in the next version, it is known as Acquia Site Studio, and it is managed by the Acquia itself. So if we want to check the Acquia Site Studio on the local server or wherever we want to create a server, then what we need to do, we need to create a sandbox account on the domain where you need to put your credential like your username and like your first name, last name, companies, etc. So then after 1 or 2 days, they will give you some sandbox credential. Then you can download it and etc. So it is basically a to install the Drupal website. It is same as the Acquia Site Studio. It is enhancing the Drupal CMS basically. So to Acquia Site Studio, what we need to do, we need to first install the Drupal, and after that, yeah, sorry, okay, and after that, you need to download the Cohesion folder. So let me show you what it is. So this is the Acquia Cohesion that is not available on the Drupal.org, but it is a Git repo where we can download the Cohesion with the help of Composer. So after installing this module, what it will ask you to put the APIs keys, agency keys, etc., which will given by the Acquia. So that is basically an overview of how you can install the Acquia, what is Acquia, and that's it. Now moving forward, how it fits with the Drupal ecosystem. Basically, Drupal is basically a content management system. Now, Acquia Site Studio is just enhancing the Drupal. So it is using the modules, themes, etc. from the Drupal. Just it is installing a new module which will help us to create the component and using the Acquia Site Studio. So by using this Acquia Site Studio, core benefit of this basically the speed, consistency, and ease of use. So how we can increase the speed? Basically, in it is a low code. So you can just create the CMS and export your configuration and put it on the server. So the developer give his more input on the Acquia Site Studio. So it is a more speedable than Drupal. And regarding the consistency, basically in the Acquia Site Studio, we usually work on the component. So the components are reusable. So like you can see the banner or the other things which are common, that is reusable. So we can use it directly on the website. So it looks like consistent website. And ease of use, it's a basic things where you can just add the component and save as page. So it will be easy. If you are not aware about the CMS or the editor is not aware about the CMS, then just we need to give him a demo for just 10 to 15 minutes, then he will add the pages and etc. So that's all about the introduction of Acquia Site Studio. Move to the next slide. Does anyone else any concern regarding the Acquia Site Studio? Introduction, setup, anything?
No, thank you. No, Saurabh.
Okay, great. Great, Prabhat. Thank you. So all about the theoretical part of the Acquia Site Studio. Now we can move with the navigating the interface of Acquia Site Studio, basically how it looks like, because in the our plan, it's like we can't just base on the theory. We need to know about the practice. What is the Site Studio? What are the things in it? So moving that, I am showing you the Site Studio Sandbox account. There are some things which are not available on the Sandbox account, but you can say this. So as you all are aware, we have this admin toolbar available on Drupal. But if it is an Acquia Site Studio, then after the structure, we have this Site Studio panel. In the Site Studio panel, we have different settings related to the Site Studio. So that is the only different tab which is available on the Site Studio. Rest is same as the Drupal. That's why I have told you it's the same ecosystem using with the Drupal. Now let me tell you about the each and every menus what is available in the settings and all. So if we have purchased an account from the Acquia Site Studio, then in the sub menu, first we have a developer setting option, but here it's a sandbox account. That's why it is not available here. In the developer setting, your API key credentials are there. That's why your site will be working. So that is about the first menu. Now I'm moving next to the website setting. So website setting is basically contains the basic Acquia Site Studio setting. So let me introduce you one by one setting inside the website setting. So first I'm moving forward to the base unit setting. So what is base unit setting is the to define the unit size and the conversation for the website. So whatever we are putting on the body field, that we can put here. So it means I have put 16 pixel size, 16, and I have checked it apply to CSS. So suppose you have an old website which you want to add a Acquia Site Studio on your website, but if the body field is already have a different setting or the different website, then you don't need to check this checkbox. If you will check this checkbox, it means you are trying to apply these settings over the body field. And this is unit conversion, means this 16 pixel will be which should be treated as 1 rem. So that is the base unit setting apart from the body field. Now let's move to the next thing, the color palette. What is color palette? Color palette is to define all the colors of the website over here. So what we need to do here, let me go down. So suppose if I want to add new color here, what I will do, suppose I want to add the black color. So that this is the machine name, this is the human readable name, this is the machine name. In the machine name, if your color is created with the cohesion, then this is the prefix before your color name. Now suppose you want to define black color as something this one, okay, that I have put it as a black color. Now if you want to show this color over the CK editor, then you need to turn it on, else don't touch it. Now what is lock and unlock? Suppose if someone you have created the color and you put it lock, it means you don't want to delete this color by anyone. So it means it will be locked. Else if you will not lock this color palette, then anyone can delete the color from here. So it will impact your website wherever it is using. And this is the delete option. And the next thing here is that is tag. Tag means for the black color, if you want to put any tag, that is a dark color. So if I will let you know the tag field uses in the later phases, but that is just select the tags over, and when we save it, it will ask us to rebuild. That we are not going to do it. So what is rebuild? Rebuild is basically whatever we have written here, that will be going to save in our files. So when we are doing that in the file and on the upper server, so that is the use of rebuild. So it means our changes will be on the file. So that is regarding the color palette. Let me move to the next thing. For the website setting question, I will cover at the end of the website setting. Regarding the next thing is default font setting. Default font setting, before moving to default font setting, let me move to the next is. So what is font library? Font library is if we want to add any new font over the website, then we can upload it directly here. So if you will click on upload font, it will ask you the zip file, then you can upload it here. After uploading the font, what you need to do, you need to create a font stack. It means font stack means, suppose in the Noto sense, there are two. So what we will do, we'll create a new font stack. We'll create a new font stack defining with the CSS variable and whatever the font like it will be like font family and then font type. So if we want to provide any smoothing for Firefox and Mac, we need to put the smoothing. So that is regarding the font library. Now after putting the font library, we are going to use the font stack over the default setting. So what is default font setting? Whatever the website using the font by this setting. So to create the font stack there from here. That is the default font and font family, and that is the color which we want to put on the font. So that is the now moving forward, the next setting is icon library. If we want to put any icons over the website, then we need to upload the new icons, else we need to use the whatever is here. The same like which we are uploading the font, the same is for icon library here. About the next This is responsive grid settings. Responsive grid setting means in these settings we need to create different breakpoints on the basis of width of the screen. So here we have created multiple breakpoints like 1440, 1170, 1024, 768, and so on. So in this we have put inner gutter and outer gutter. If we are increasing or decreasing the inner gutter, it will impacting the box width. Box width, you can't edit the box width because it will depend on the inner gutter and outer gutter. So you can see I am changing the outer gutter or inner gutter. It is updating the box width automatically. And if you are taking it to 12 column, then we need to put 12 here. If we want to put fixed or fluid type, then we need to select it here. So this is for 1140, like different screen size we have put it here. Last is 320. So it will be easy to manage the responsive things directly to here. Now moving forward, the last is SCSS variable is the variables if we want to use anywhere on our website regarding the SCSS variable. In this variable, just we need to put the variable name and variable value. So it is simple, and lock and delete will be same as the font settings as well. So that is the SCSS variables. Now, does anyone has any concern inside the website setting? Forward. Yeah, Praveen, go on.
Like, is this setting is something that override the theme settings or what?
No. These are the basic settings. Theme setting is different. This is the setting which we are creating by default to using over the other components or somewhere. I will let you know the use of these settings inside this component setting, but it is basically the setting which will be overridden by the. We are defining the default setting only.
Okay, so like suppose in an page we have different sections like popular products and all those things. It is assumed as component. Design getting applied will be getting impact by this Site Studio settings, right?
No. Basically, what it is here. Let me tell you. Here, you have just creating the color palette. Okay, you are right here. You are not saving it in which component it is using, on which paragraph it is using, You are just creating the setting, not using it anywhere right now. And in this setting, this is the default setting which we are setting for the web. Like what fonts we want to use, what icon libraries we want to cover, responsive grid setting and all. We are going to use it further. Right now we are just setting up the website. We are not going to use it anywhere.
Fine.
Anyone else?
Yeah, hi Saurabh. Actually, I missed this lock and unlock thing actually. So,
Okay.
when to use this lock and unlock?
Let me tell you regarding the unlock and lock. If you have put it unlock, it means anyone can delete your profile or anyone can delete your color. But if you put lock on it, anyone cannot delete your color or whatever it is here, like the font or the color or any style. So if you put lock, anyone cannot delete your settings.
Okay.
If we are sorry.
Okay. So, if we unlock the whatever the means variable or the settings we do, so it will be remain the same, right? No one will delete.
No one can delete it.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
And there is, I can show you the in use option as well, like this setting is using in on these components, like on packages, customs. So what was Praveen asking, like, okay, I will cover it later on. So this setting is used in the icon. Lalit, can you? Thank you. So this is overall overview where this particular color palette is applying. So that is the in use button. Now let me move forward on the styles. So what is style? Styles are basically the CSS or SCSS file which we are going to create now. So in the base style, these are the predefined style which is given by the Acquia Site Studio. Or if you want to add any base style, like there is no paragraph setting or any block quote or any button setting, then we can create the base style here as well. So regarding the base style, suppose let me show you the heading one. So that is the heading one set base style setting which is set up. So here we need to put the tag name. So here we are setting up the h1, so we have put h1 here. Now like in the property, suppose for h1 you want to put font size 13 pixel or 32 pixel. What you need to do, you need to click on here. Currently it's already checked, so I'm not going to remove it. So you just need to click it here, then this option will be here available. Like currently it's set for 48. Right now it is set up as a token on the basis of style guide. I will let you know what is the style guide later on, but it's a token. This value is coming from the token first, from the style guide, and the other settings as well which you want to add, all are available here. If anything which is not available here, what you need to put, you need to click on custom CSS, then custom CSS checkbox will be here. You need to put property and this value. Like suppose you are not able to find anything like font size, then just put font size and then 32 pixel. That will be the way of putting any of the CSS which is not available directly. So that is regarding the base style. Now moving forward, the next thing is custom style. Mostly we will use the custom style. If we need to create any new style, we use the custom style option. So inside the custom style option, we have different categories. Suppose if you want to put a button, then we should put it into the button category. We can put it into the block quote as well, but for the most readable that we can use it into the button. So it will be differentiate that what styling we want to create for button, what for heading, and rest which we don't know that for what it should be, that so that it is all the CSS which we are not aware which should it part to be. That are the generic setting. So suppose you have a let me show you by adding any custom CSS for break. Suppose you have a banner class anywhere on the component. So what you will do, you will just create a banner here. It will create your machine name if you want to edit or someone like. So this class should be applied on that tag, then this custom style will be applied on that tag. So after creating the name, what you need to do, you need to put the styling from here, same which we see in the base style setting. So like suppose if you want to put the color or family, then you need to select it here, weight, font color, etc., etc. So you can see we have seen the color palette before. Whatever is selected, created into the color palette, we are able to see it here. So that is the use of the settings which we have created previously. So if you will create the new color palette, it will show it here inside the palette. And if you want to use any other color apart from that, then we need to pick it from the picker. And after creating everything, every styling, etc., we need to continue. Here we have a option make available in CK editor. So suppose if we want to make this banner like the CK editor, we need to check this checkbox and save it. And this is enable and enable selection. So it means wherever we are putting this class, it should be visible. It should be provide the CSS over to that particular class. So that is the use of custom styling. Now the last thing into the style is style helper. So what is style helper? Suppose we have created the helper. Inside that we put the basic condition, like in this we have created dark mode title, and in that okay, nothing is there. Let me go back to see if anything has any setting. Yeah, so suppose like it is sale icon helper. In it the font family is set up, font weight is set up, everything is set up. Now if you are going to create a new custom style, in that you can directly select the helper. So all the styling which is available there, it should be visible here. Nothing it from the helper. Yeah, this one. This clicking on sale icon. So whatever is selected and created into the helper, it will show directly into the custom style, which we don't need to edit manually again. So that is the use of this style helper. So things into the style. Anyone has any concern into the styles?
No, Saurabh, thank you. I have one query regarding like configuration of this Acquia Studio, right? And it's site, right?
Acquia server.
Our pages will be hosted or like shifted on the Acquia server, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in this case, for example, like Acquia server is down, then it will impact our site as well.
No, it will not impact our site. Basically what they have created a different, they have given a credential for that. So on our local server, it will impact our website. Like we have, you can say like in the normal Drupal website, if Acquia is down, then also our website will not be run. The same thing with the Site Studio as well. If the Acquia is down, the main which is deployed on the Acquia server, it will not work, but it will not impact the local server.
No, I'm not talking regarding local server. I'm talking regarding production server. For
production server, it will purely impact it, because it is the basic behavior. If you have deployed your normal Drupal website, if the Acquia is down, then your
that's the concern.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sunil. Now moving forward, I am covering this component later on because it's a bigger and the major part of this Acquia Site Studio. So we'll cover it later. Now for next things, I'm going to review it quickly. Time constant as well. Let me go directly to the helper. So what is helper? Like I have shown you style helper previously. The same is as the helper here. So what is helper? If we want to provide any component has a same styling or same fields, then we should create a helper. Like suppose we have created a helper for text field and the description field, and if we want to create a component, and in that component we directly use the helper. Let me elaborate you something different. Suppose we have created 3 components. Okay, now content editor don't want to put the 3 component every time on a same page. What he will do, he will create a helper. In that helper he will add all the components, all the 3 components. Suppose in the helper, what I will do, I am putting, suppose these helpers. I will show you the use of these helpers when creating the node, but right now let me tell you what is helper. So suppose in this helper I have added 3 components. So if in the node side, if I will use the helper, then automatically it will create these 3 components into our node layout canvas. So that is the use of helper. And inside the helper we have category as well. So if we define any of the category, like this is the layout helper, this is a banner helper, this is the paragraph helper, so we can define the different categories over here. So that is the use of helper. Moving forward, so anyone has any concern into the helper? Most probably we will clear into the when we will create the node, but if anyone has any concern, let me know. Okay, now moving into the template side. So template is basically a TTL file which we don't need to create into the themes itself, we can create directly here. So in the template we have 4 different category. One is master template, another is content, view and menu template. So what is master template? Master template, you can say that is html.twig file. Major one file, the top level file, one file into the master template. What is master template as well? So into the master template, what we will decide, we'll just add header, footer and the content region. So like you can see, this is header, this is footer and this is main region where we are putting our content, like same as the html.twig file. So we can create it directly here. Inside the content template, it is like a node.tic file. So in the node.tic, we need to do, we need to add whole our content it here. Like suppose if we want to put, so this is field layout canvas, it means into the basic page we have layout canvas field which we want to show directly onto the page. Only field which we are using into the basic pages. Layout canvas as well quickly. We have created layout canvas field here, which we are use into the node template. So that is the moving forward. The same is for view template. If you want to create a template for any view, then we need to define it here. The same for menu. If you want to create any template for menu, then we need to create it here. So that are the 4 types of template available directly into the Acquia Site Studio. Like you can see, footer, header, main navigation, everything is created directly here. So that is regarding the templates. So to the templates. Okay, moving forward to the style guides. So what is style guide? Style guide is basically a typography which we going to create before adding any CSS or SCSS files. What is defined in here? So I can show you. I can show you one of the style guides. So here we have defined header background. In the will allow all colors. So it in the header you can select anything. And suppose in the head this H1 side we have created the H1. It's so for the H1 tag we have took a slider. 10 maximum value is 150 and by default setting is 48. Previously you can see this default setting is 48 pixel. Let me go to directly here into the base style. There is a H1 setting. Here you can see in the font size it is using style guide. This is the button for toggle variable mode. So when I'm clicking it here, it is changing it into the token mode. So you can see style guide, that is base style, and a font size for H1, that is machine name. So you can see here they have copied directly style guide base system font size for H1. So that is applied on the H1 directly. The default side typography setting, if we can change it one place, it will impact whole the website. So it is same as the typography which we used in normal Drupal. And anyone has any concern in style guide? Okay, thank you. Moving to the sync package. Sync package is really it is a list of add our styling components everywhere, and it's like a feature. If you have used the feature module into the Drupal 7 where we have select fields, content types, components, paragraph, different type of field into the package, and when we export this package it will put it as a module, and when we install this module on the other website, all the things which are inside the package will be installed on the different side. So it is the same as packages import and export. So right now it all are the by default Acquia packages. If I can show you one, like in the Acquia CMS article, what they have put, like you can see, they have put the articles, colors, component categories, custom styles, whatever you will going to select, it will be into the here. And when you download it, it will export whole your packages into a one place. And when you import it anywhere else, all the things will be imported there. So that's the basic use of packages. So just tell me if anyone has any concern apart from the component before moving to the component.
Suppose we are defining templates for views, so will it applied for all the views, or I can define
no. What you need to do, you need to select the in the template suggestion you will get to know that this template file dot view hyphen this section. So it will be like a same things. So like you can see, we have an article card view. For this article card view, we have created view TPL article card. Let me show you if we have a views module here. So you can see we have article card here, and you have created this article cards view template. So it is just apply on the article cards.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any another?
So just one question that packages you mentioned in the previous
Yeah.
one. So the export and import, does it export the content? For example, if you take this article, does it export the article content or is just a configuration related to article
It's
content?
just a configuration of Acquia Site Studio. Whatever we have set into the component, style, website setting, template. So it's just related to not with the content entity.
Okay, it's not about the content type, it's about the configuration related to article.
Configuration side. Acquia Site Studio configuration.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Anyone? Okay, thank you everyone. Now component, which is the major thing for the Acquia website, Acquia Site Studio. So in the component, we have three submen. One is components, the second is component content, and third is category. First, going to the components. So what is component? Let me take an example. Suppose you want to create a layout or the fields where you want to take a user input related to the title and description. So component for, suppose you can say descriptive component. Okay, so I have put it as a title. Now this is the category. Let me first show you the what is the category. Category is same as like we seen into the helper. There are different component category, so you will get to know which component is related to which thing. Like if we want to create a slider type of component, then it should be into the slider category. Into the card component, then it should be a card category. It's a dynamic component, then into the dynamic category. So that are different categories. So here we have an option to select the category, just the title and description for we are creating. So what we can do, we can just take it as a card component. Okay, that will be the preview image. We will edit later when our component will be ready. So now there are two things here. So that is availability. Availability means on where you want to use this component. Means into the block type you want to use, content type, media type, content type, wherever you want to use. If you want to use it all, then you just put it all. If you want to just use it into a content type, then you just need to select the content type, and then it will ask you to choose the bundles as well. Like on only the basic page you want to use or the event page you want to use. So that is the availability. For now, I am putting it as all. Now, there are two things. Next, one is layout canvas, second is component form builder. So what are these two? Because both looks almost same. So into the component form builder, what we will do, we'll create a fields. Layout canvas, we'll just design our field. So suppose these are all the fields which is available here. Now into the component form builder, I am going to add new heading text. So it should be an input. So let me put it as a heading, and in this heading you can see this is the machine name, the type of the field, the placeholder if you want to put anything, the max character, whatever you want to take from user. Suppose you want to take only 32 character, then you put the limit 32 here. If you want to put any default value, then you can mention here. It's a required. If you want to take it, put it as a required, then you should check the checkbox of required. In the error required, if you want to show any error message, then it will else it will just show that this field is required. If you want to escape the HTML, you just turn it on, and this is the visibility setting. Suppose this heading field you want to show if anyone has selected the description. So we can use this setting into the next description field. Tech tooltip, if any, suppose put some heading here. So, and if it is a placement of tooltip, so let me click on apply. Now this is the component preview. Here what we did, we have just put the heading, and you can see there is a tooltip icon. Whatever we have put into the tooltip, it is showing here. Put some heading here. So this is the preview. Now suppose let me put the description field again. Let me click on plus icon. Here I need to select either plain text area or voicing area. Then suppose I am taking plain text area. So into the plain text area, I am updating my field name. So the same is default name, max character, everything. If you want to do it required, it will be fine. Now suppose if you want that this description field, if something is in the heading, so what you will just put like field.heading. You can copy directly from here as well. You can see it, heading, all the condition are here. So suppose if you want to put heading double equals to 3, then you can put it here as well. So if there will be 3 value, then it will be visible, else it won't be visible. So that is the visibility setting. So it is basically as conditional field settings related to the field, the same as the tooltip for text area field, which we have added into the heading already. Let me directly apply. Now we have added our whole fields, so you can see it here. We have put everything. So in this you can see we have put the character limit, then it is just showing the error. It will not save our content, it is just a view how it will look like when you are trying to add it into the node side. So and it is showing as a required. So we have it into the component form builder. Now how it will be looks like, suppose we want to show the heading at the above side, description at the below side. Then what we need to do, we need to put it into the like heading will be this heading. This is the content element. This is not this heading variable value. This is just the heading, different heading. If you want to use paragraph, then it will be p tag. So I am taking it as a heading. So let me just copy this heading variable from directly here. Now in the heading, first if you want to select any of the heading, like suppose h2, it will show h2 at the front end. So if you can select h2 here. Now into the heading text, if you want to put the heading by default, suppose hello, it will show directly into the front end, but you want to show whatever user will add into the node side, it will show there. So what you need to do, you need to click on this plus icon here. You can just paste your token and whatever the styling, and after putting this just click again, so you can able to see other thing as well. Now if you want to put any custom styling which we have created into the custom styles, showing it here. So for none, it will be none. And if you want to put the text shadow will be like let me put it apply. The next thing is finally a description. For description, I am taking YSUN I can take. So for this, copying this field or description, YSwing, again clicking on plus icon, putting the variable. If we need to put any style, edit here directly, clicking on apply, and then save it. So here we have created a component. Just tell me if anyone has any concern how you can create the component on anything and what are the field or anything else. Okay, if no concern, I am going to the next page, that is the component content. So for component content, I will let you later on when we are going to create the basic page. So that is the component content. And regarding the category, so which I shown you previously as well, whatever the component is related to, we have created the categories here and assigned that component into that category. So last topic which is remain here is component content. For this component content, suppose descriptive, whatever it was in the card component. Yeah. So we have created this component inside the card component. So suppose we want to prefix the value whenever user is going to add this component, these values should be by default visible to them. Then you can create this component. So suppose I am putting hello text as a component content description. So whenever I will be going to this component, this field will be filled by default field. Clicking on apply. So this is saved as the component content. I will be going to use this component content when we are creating the basic page. So inside the component, if anyone has any, so it almost covered with the navigation of the Site Studio settings and all. Now I am going to directly create to the pages. Any concern? If no, I am going to create a new content, suppose for page. First, let me tell you, for the other field, everyone is aware about that. Just the new field is layout canvas. So your next question might be how the layout canvas field be here. So you can see inside the page content type, you can see this new field, which is Site Studio Entity Reference Revision. So all the components or the helper or the component content, that is for the reference of that Site Studio. So it is only available into the Acquia Site Studio. It is not available into the Drupal. Now I am going to create a new test page. So first I normal thing. So suppose I am putting 3-column layout here. So our content will be visible like this. The layout which will pose, we have added descriptive content, moving it to here. Now putting some values. Now I am going to duplicate this and pasting it into the second place. And now for third place, what I will do, I will going to use the component helper, component content. So here you can see we have this component content which we have added previously. So I'm going to click it plus. So you can see it is not showing any field. It is just here to edit. It means wherever this component content will be used, that will be changed. So when I will be going to click it here, it will directly redirect us to the component content URL. So whatever I will be going to change it here, it will impact all over the website. So after putting save this page, so you can see we have put the 3 layout component with the hello test, and the is the layout which we have directly created from the Site Studio without the use of any coding. So that is the use of Site Studio. So tell me if anyone has any other concerns or any other thing before moving forward quickly, because we are already over the time. Okay, if nothing else, moving forward. So regarding the Site Studio interface and creating the node visual page editor. So this is related to the navigation. Now, so what are advanced feature? Suppose here you have seen we are not able to get any REST API responses or anything so into the component. So what we will do, we will just create a, will not design it here, we'll just create a component, take a paragraph and download it from. There is no option sandbox download option. Create it here. So let me tell you how you can create the custom component by code. So I have taken this example. This is what you need to do. Like we create the normal Drupal custom module, it will be same as like this. Just the thing is, what we need to do, we need to create a custom component.yml. So treated as a custom component. So it will be the name of the component, the TPL file, so the twig file which we are going to use. So mp.html.twig. Same for JS, CSS, and this is form.jsl. Form.jsl means whatever the field which we are going to create it here, and when we download it, it will just put it into the form.jsl. And if we are going to put any preview image, then it will be the preview image. So it's like the info.yml file of the custom module. And inside the html.twig, it is a whole code of the design, whatever the create or any tube function which we want to apply onto the HTML then it will be edited here. So it will be preview.png, and these are the custom JSON CSS file if you want to put anything over the custom component. So this is the very small idea about how we can create the custom component. And regarding the REST APIs, we need the same thing is which we need to do, install the REST UI, etc. And after getting the third-party API, we just render into the twig extension.php file, and into the twig extension file we can just pass it over to the HTML file over the RFU component. So this is basically about the customization over the Site Studio. So into this, and the version control is same as into the Drupal. Like the environment workflow which you see, I have just changed the in review option workflow which we did. Like this page is published. Previously it was showing in draft in review because there is no state available after the published state. That's why it is not showing it here. So that is all about the custom component and Acquia Site. Moving forward, the floor is open now for any question.
So just one question. So mostly this module it helps on the managing your front end. So in case whether this will help when we managing the site as headless. So for example, in a case that we can maintain some kind of styling in the CMS and we can expose those to the front end as a REST API, or you can still manage these things from the CMS.
Okay,
Let's take a mobile app. Mobile app.
You are asking about the headless. So in headless, we mostly just create the Drupal backend. We are not going to create the Drupal front end, or we are not going to pass any CSS or JS over the React or Angular, wherever you are going to create a front end.
Exactly. So for example, you are using a component, okay, in the let's take article, okay. So it's a something like special field or something, right? So by default, this REST API module will expose all the fields in the article content type when we use, right? I mean JSON API or something. But whether that will include the field or the component you created using the Site Studio.
Okay, so you are asking, suppose you have created some component, send a component from that API to the React. Yeah. That is the
right. Exactly. Yeah. So by default, it supports the default or node reference support. Yeah.
Whatever we can do. So what is the thing? Suppose you custom form builder. In that form builder, you have took 3 fields: title, heading, description, or any taxonomy term field, and that you have saved into the saved the first component, and then use this component over any of the node.
Right.
Okay. When in the REST API, you will create REST resources, everything. Then into the get function, when you will try to fetch the node, you will get the component values as well into that particular node variable when you are loading the node.
Yeah, that you
and then
when you create a custom resource. That will work when you create a custom resource. But let's take you are using JSON API config module.
Okay, directly into the view.
Yes, yeah.
Right. For the view, what you can do, like way, what we did, we have created a layout canvas field. That is a field. So into the view, what you will do, you will select the fields, whatever you are going to send it to the front end. So here you will into the field name, you will select the layout canvas as well. So whatever into the layout canvas, it will appear. So
View is a second option. No, View is a second option. You can expose the API, I mean content through creating a view, but by default, without even creating a view. So the JSON API module, it will give you the default APIs, right? For example, JSON API, node, article, something like that.
So you want to just type that node/id and type equals to JSON.
Something like that. The default, by default, all the default fields will expose. But when you use this component, whether that will be part of that.
I got your question totally. So the thing is, in the first time, I have told same as using the Drupal ecosystem. So what it basically JSON will do, it will just export all the fields which are so that will be available into the layout canvas field. So like currently it's not installed here. So you are asking like node slash 3 slash type equals to JSN. So when you will hit this URL, it will give you the node 3 values into the JSON link. This is
Yes, something, yeah, but I'm not seeing your screen.
So what it will do basically, it will just export the node 3 fields into the JSON. So that layout canvas is also your values over here into the JSON. So all the components into the single array. So first will be the layout canvas array, then the individual components array.
Okay. Okay. Just to add to one more question here. So for example, the styling components, for example, font stack or any color codes we are creating, and also this. See, there is one requirement. So of course, it's a headless again. But what they wanted is they want to maintain all this color codes and font styles and all those things in CMS. That will be exposed to as a JSON API to the mobile app. It's a native app. Okay. So in case they want to change some colors or font size or something, they can still manage without giving any new build for the mobile. They can on the fly they can change it from the CMS. Right. So that time we have to build some kind of similar structure and configuration theme settings to manage these things. So we have created that time and we expose those custom config as a JSON API. It was built as a custom REST resource. Okay. So since this Acquia Site Studio, it is having all this functionality in managing the styles and everything. So whether it has any option to expose those like font styles, related to the styling and other things.
Okay. So you are asking, suppose if you want to send the color code or the font styling to the JSON. Suppose you have created custom styles here and you want to put the you want to create a REST API and all the custom styles will be sent to the front end. That you are trying to.
Yeah, something like that. For example, we can define primary color, secondary color, H1 tag, H2 tag, all these things. The main tag styles, we can manage it from CMS.
So you want to expose the style itself only.
Right.
Yeah. So in the code base, what you need to do, you need to, we have a different function for every setting that you can directly get into the REST API function, and then you can manage the variables, whatever you want. You can manage it itself in the REST API, then send it directly to the third party. So there are different functions for each settings.
So basically, we want to write some kind of custom resource and
API
and
with the custom resource.
So with using that available method, we can pull that configuration.
We can pull the configuration, then send it to the third party directly. There is no direct option that here this is the JSON of your style settings and this is the JSON of your color palette. You need to use the function, send it to the third party.
Yeah, that's my question. I mean, there is a predefined method available to getting the values. I mean, fetching the settings. If you have an option, I mean, you said you have some functions to call and get that values, and then we can manipulate and send it to the API.
Yeah. So for fun, I honestly don't use this function previously, but I have taken a set. What was it? Let me see first. I think I have taken the setting for components where I have used some custom function or predefined function which is already available for the component, but I'm not sure about the function name. But honestly, it will be able to get all the into the variable and send it to the third party. It can't be possible directly from the CMS here. It can be possible from creating the custom modules for REST API.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that helps.
Okay. Thank you, Manali.